Good evening, Hillsborough Democrats. My name is Dan Gelber. I'm not going to read my hand. I wash my hands. I don't write on them for speeches. I've been going around the state, and as I go around in this campaign, I try to do a community service project wherever I go. Today I went to Athena House. Where's Sarah Romeo? Sarah, where are you?
She stepped out from it.
She stepped out. Well, tell her about the nice things I say about her. I went to Athena House, and Athena House is a place that Sarah Romeo created to give homeless veterans, female veterans of our wards, a place to stay. And I spent the afternoon talking with these women who are homeless and served honorably. And I said to Sarah in the middle of this, I said, why do you do this? What made you think to do this? And she said this just a few hours ago. She said, because I felt like these women needed a voice. And when I think about what a Democrat is supposed to be, and what a Democrat is supposed to do, I think about Sarah Romeo saying, we are going to be the voice for people who do not have a voice. Okay? And right now, we live in a state where we need people to stand up and give a voice to those people, because we don't have it. We have a horrible classroom graduation rate. We have the worst health care in the nation. We have a mortgage foreclosure rate that's abominable, and we have 12% unemployment rate. And there's been only one party in control in this state, only one party. It's the Republican Party. They have driven this state into a ditch, and it's time, my friends, that we said what any adult should say. Turn over the keys. It's our turn to drive. That's what Democrats should be saying. I intend to be in the front seat, but there will be a young lady from Fenona-Sassa driving, and I can say it. The next governor of the state will be driving that car, and that will be Alex Sink. Alex Sink. I am ready to be Attorney General. Let me tell you a little bit about my background. I spent nearly a decade as a federal prosecutor in South Florida. I focused on some of the biggest offenses our state has had. I prosecuted public corruption, prosecuted Ponzi schemes, violent gangs. I did that for nearly a decade and ultimately was the top deputy of an office of over 200 lawyers where I managed thousands of investigations. But I also believe, because my parents believed in community service, that you don't just put people in jail. The best way to stop somebody from going to jail is to take care of your neighbor. I've been in the Big Brothers program for over 25 years with the same young man for 20 years. I spend every week of my adult life with a young man who needs to find a better way. I was the best man at his wedding 6 months ago, and he is on his way to a great future. That's how you stop crime, my friend. After about a decade as a federal prosecutor, a U.S. Senator asked me to run the Senate's Investigations Committee, and I spent a few years up in Washington running counterterrorism investigations both nationally and internationally. I met my wife, who was, I told you, if I haven't, everybody in my family is a prosecutor or a school teacher. So what do you think my wife does?
Prosecutor.
Prosecutor. She is not a school teacher. I have a wife who has been to the FBI Truth Detection Academy. When I talk to her and she doesn't hear like what she says, you averted your eyes upward in a deceptive manner. But I couldn't be doing this. I have a beautiful family, and and anyone who runs for office with a family knows you need somebody who really embraces the concept of public service, and I have a wife who does that, and I'm totally in love with her, so please, if you have my number, call her and let her know I said these sweet things because they're wasted on you. Let me tell you why I want you to vote for me and why I want your support. Because I think our state needs to change its direction dramatically. I've been in the State House for 8 years. I've been in the Senate now. I was elected the Democratic leader. And I have wonderful support in this town. Mayor Ioria, Betty Castor, Jim Davis, Arthenia Joyner, Betty Reed. These are people who are supporting me. I've done terrifically in the polls, and I'm raising more money than anyone. But let me tell you why you should support me for Attorney General. Because I'm ready to change this state. We have to change this state. You need an Attorney General who will wake up every single day and say, it's time to take on somebody. And I am that person. Okay, I will prosecute Ponzi schemes. I will prosecute civil rights violators. I can run an office of hundreds of lawyers. I did all that before I was ever thinking about running for public office. But what you will get from me is something much different. You will get someone who every single day wakes up and says, who am I taking on today? What person without a voice am I speaking for? What person who needs someone to stand up for am I standing up for? I will be that Attorney General who every day swings that bat on behalf of you. And let me tell you this, my first day as Attorney General, I will walk into the Capitol and I will tell the House Speaker and the Senate President that they are being sued by the Attorney General for failing to fund our public education system. I will do that on the first day. And on the second day, I may be speaking out on matters of choice, because we have a wrong-headed legislature who attacks a woman's right to choose. And on the third day, it may be the environment. But every single day, I will make you proud. I will make you proud because you need an Attorney General who's prepared to fight every single day. My name is Dan Gelber. I don't have an A and G in my name, but I am qualified for this job. I'm ready to fight, and together, if you join me, we can change this state. My name is Dan Gelber. I want your support.